Okay. Hello. It's been about 4 days since the last time I played. Been vibing. Um, this time I'm alone. There's no one in the room with me. It's nighttime. Worked today. Worked yesterday. Worked the day before that. Oh, got some frame rate issues. See if we can solve that. Let's close this. Let's close that. And let's just at least close that for now. Let's close that. Let's see. Ooh, look at that footage. That footage. I am focusing on that. Let's not focus on that. Okay, so that's new. Why is that coming through? Sticky resin. Where would the sticky resin be coming out of? What? The only things that should be coming through there. Damn, this frame rate is not very good at the moment. I hope that it gets better. Wow, even my music just lagged. We'll see how it goes. We'll do about 5 minutes of this, and if it doesn't go well, then we'll do something else. Okay, so everything that's going from this chest is also being pulled into there. And that should not be. So I need... I see. Pipes! They just keep on giving. They're great. Please. What? Okay, so if we're doing this correctly, I would get a diamond pipe. I'd put that there, and the only things going to this black chest would be wood. Got some regular wood, and everything else would go over here to another chest, which I don't have right now, so it's gonna spill some items out. Looks like everything's going fine so far. We'll see how into it I get. I don't want bad footage, but I'm able to play. I'm able to play. I've got some time alone right now, hoping to use it for introspection. Sometimes I find it, how would I say that? Every now and then I get a little more in my head than I should about talking to myself. Like, some people, the opinions on talking to yourself vary, but I find talking to yourself an important and I would say even necessary thing for personal growth and development. I would say that's very important. Um, and not just talking outwardly, like actively talking to and with yourself. You know, like that is really, I think it's really important. Um, I believe that we are dualistic beings in that sense. That there are two different sides of us, as above, so below. There are the yin and the yang of everything, and none of them is neither bad or good. It's more just a positive pole and a negative pole, and you need both for existence. That's how it is. But without communication, things can go awry. But every now and then, I'd say, I'm not sure what to call it yet, but it's a thing that is within me, so it's under my control. A limiting belief. I don't know what the limiting belief is, but a certain limiting belief causes me to, um, I should get some food. I have a difficult time talking to myself, almost like a awkward wall. Like I'm thinking stuff, and there's things that I think I want to say, but like I just, I don't know. It's like being in the same room with um, an awkward family member or teacher or partner when situations are a little awkward. You know, you've had those moments, those times where even with someone that you love and care about that you would normally talk to, there's an odd silence that's there. Y'all will be doing something together and doing your thing, but there's like a purposeful silence. You know that it's not on accident. It's a conscious choice between you and the other person to maintain silence between you two. And I'm not counting work environments, though those can be a part of it as well. Um, and especially when it feels negative. And I often will even have that with myself sometimes where I almost kind of refuse to talk to myself because of, I don't know, like I said, a limiting belief, I would say. However, it's much easier for me to talk when I believe that there is also someone else listening, even if it's a small recording like this. But I use this to kind of be as vulnerable and open as I can be, and I find great joy in it. So, to whoever is listening, don't be afraid to talk to yourself. It doesn't matter how it looks, because your life is not based upon the beliefs of others. Your life is based upon you. You only get you to your knowledge, to your absolute knowledge. You got this one life. If you're here listening to this, you got this one life. So, what you do and what you don't do, really, even if you love the person, and it's okay to love the person and not have whatever they believe or feel be a basis as to how you make your decisions. Like at the end of the day, the final say is you. Final say is you, and it should be you, and it always is you. Um, Leaving decisions up to other people, unfortunately, essentially renders you a puppet. You know, like yes, you're making the conscious choice to do these things, but they aren't necessarily the things that you want to do. But you're doing them anyway because some reason or another you've convinced yourself that you have to. You know. So it's good to talk to yourself. So if I were talking to myself, I would say that I think the last few days I've had a lacking in my discipline. There's been like a strict workout schedule that I've been trying to keep myself to. But as of the last few days, I have been majorly failing at doing so. and it's okay. There's always tomorrow, and there's even today after I'm done recording this to change that behavior. And despite any reluctant feelings within me, these are things that I want to do, and I know that the only things that hold me back are essentially a bit of laziness, for sure. That doesn't define me, but at the current, exact current moment, it does a little bit. No, it doesn't define me. What is it? What does it do? Oh, ouch. Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, oh, I didn't even eat this whole time. But I got the carrots, so I did what I was supposed to do. It is what I'm choosing. I have chosen laziness and a little bit of hedonism over my time, I would say. Let me make sure I got that definition right. Got my handy dandy cellular device. I've heard that word a lot in many aspects. Many things. Ooh, hello. Hedonism definition. The pursuit of pleasure, sensual self-indulgence. Philosophy. The ethic theory that pleasure, in the same sense of satisfaction of desires, is the highest good and proper aim of human life. Yeah. It is important to pursue your pleasure. It is. To have a well enjoyed life, but it is not the chief executive aim of your life. I believe we are growth seeking beings, and so the aim is to grow, and growing is different. Growing means that you change and you become different. So, when you're staying the same and you're not improving, you're not growing. And I believe for the last few days, it's not always, I have my on and off moments. It's really random. Like, there's one week I'll be like on it, and then like another week I won't be, and then it'll go back and forth. I definitely have the capability within me. I know it. I've already done it many times before. I just have to keep doing it. There's always something or some event that I feel warrants me a rest break. Whether it's because I choose to do something or I feel like I don't have enough time, even though I know that I know that I do. So I felt that finally, with some alone time, I'll get some space to really deal with myself. It hasn't been the worst. Still listening to audiobooks. What's it called? Self-improvement ones. Still reading other books. Right now I'm reading a book about dreaming. How to control your lucid dreams. I've been getting close. Day by day, I can feel the dreams getting more and more in my control or towards what I'm aiming for. But that's the thing. And I'll be a bit vulnerable with you right now. To the person who is listening to me. Hello. there's many uses that I want to have for this dream controlling, and the most important one is definitely one of self-improvement. I believe that it has some spiritual connections and that you can achieve some things that are really amazing just by, being able to connect with your inner source at a much more real level. However, the first dream that I am trying to incur, the first one, before I do all that stuff, is 100% aimed at, I guess you would say, a little bit of this hedonistic pursuit. It is certainly not noble, but there's nothing essentially wrong with it other than the ties that I will have with my own soul. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with it. I can do whatever the fuck I want. But in trying so hard to manifest this, the thoughts have bled out into other aspects of my life. Other segments of my life, I'd say. Ooh. It has bled out into other segments of my life, and it's noticeable. And actually, I've been realizing, and I realize now that in many, many ways, my life has been in the pursuit of hedonistic tendencies. Huh. Damn. If you called me a hedonist, that wouldn't be an incorrect definition, especially by the way that I've lived my life, for sure. I do want to do it for noble causes, and I definitely do. However, well, I guess there is. We just defined that there are two different versions of it. There's one that changes you, and if you're doing something in the pursuit of pleasure that also changes you in a positive way, then it's always good. It's always good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, if you're in the pursuit of hedonistic pleasures and it does not change you for a positive way, well, if it's not in the good spectrum, I don't want to call it bad. I don't, because I greatly enjoy it. It's good. I guess I would. Well, that's not important. But yeah, it's great, in my opinion. Who the hell doesn't want to feel good? Seriously. Man. It's interesting. There's so many long dead and gone religious teachers. All of them essentially the same message, but totally different ways of pursuing that, for sure. If you're ever wondering where I'm going, read the Zohar. Do your absolute best to understand it. Absolute best. It won't happen instantly if you're anything like me. If you're nothing like me, then maybe it could happen instantly, but if you're anything like me, it won't happen instantly. It'll take a while, but if you just keep picking at it, read other books to try to develop your understanding, as well so that you can try to learn it, you will find out where I'm going. And you just might want to go too. Oh, yeah. I received that book, I'd say about middle school. Damn. About middle school, I received the Zohar. My mother got it from some random place. My mom's always going to these places. She always finds stuff like that. It's her Gemini nature. And she got this huge collection of books called the Zohar. There's like 21 chapters. Each book is like as thick as the yellow pages. It's a thick set of books, for real. And she said, I feel like you're gonna need this one day. Maybe you'll be able to help me understand it. Now, I was in middle school about 2013, so that was over 10 years ago now. Wow! Oh, that just hit. It's not that bad. It's okay. I've still got a lot ahead of me. That was a little over 10 years ago now, and to this day, my mother still hasn't read it. But one summer, 2023, leading into the second half of the year, I refound that book in my grandparents' storage area where they had my stuff from college. After I made my whole changes and stuff, which, if you were watching, you were there for. You've seen me go through so many different mental states. Wow. But I picked up that book. Matter of fact, that's what I'll title this video. The Zohar. I picked up that book and I tried to understand it. I still haven't finished it. It's 2025 now, but I've done my work to try and pick at it. For a couple months, I made it to about like 100, page 130, 128, 130 of the Matthew translation, and I was already developing so many understandings just by reading this book, but it still hadn't really clicked. I had a very interesting mental and emotional turn of events for me. I put the book down and I figured I think I need to be smarter to understand this. So since then, I picked up other books. I was never really a huge reader for most of my life. I picked up a bunch of other books to try to develop my understanding. I was also trying to do a little sales thing, and I'll get back to that at some point, but I took a break from that. But in trying to develop my understanding in that area, I developed so much more. First, I read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Then The Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill as well. Eventually making my way around to Crucial Conversations, some Brian Tracy works. Obviously, before I even have done this series, I read The Art of Seduction and The 48 Laws, of course, but that only elevated me from, like, NPC state to understanding a bit of the world and how it actually works. But I got into these other books, and then one day, I think after I finished like a Law of Attractions book, I didn't really understand it. I did it on my marathon. Like I understood the memo, but it didn't really click for me. The actual conventional applications of the law of attraction into your life. And then I read Power versus Force by David R. Hawkins. That was a big one. Huge. Still to this day, I think, like the biggest. And after that, I made my way into the influences of the zodiac upon human life. I stopped reading books for a while because I had some mushrooms one day, and I had a really, really crazy spiritual experience where it was like the talking to yourself thing, but it was like way different. Literally, it was like another realm. And now, finally, I've made my way to Transcending the Levels of Consciousness by David Hawkins. And I'm using all this so that at some point I'll be able to make my way back to the Zohar, which should probably happen pretty soon. Maybe really soon. I think it might be about time that I start cracking at that again. Maybe I'll even start over from the beginning. I don't know. But yeah, life has really changed since then. And now I'm going somewhere. But that brings us all the way back to where I originally was. Before I said, do you want to know where I'm going? And then I explained to you the path that I have taken so that you can understand where I'm going, in case you want to follow that path in any way, shape, or form. That is why I gave you all those details. And by the end of it, it kind of felt like stroking ego, and that's not the intention. The intention is so that you can use this to know where you would want to go in case you wanted to do that. If you're curious. And if you do end up doing that, man, you're gonna have a great time. I'm happy for you. Perhaps one day we'll even meet. You, the person who's listening to this right now. Wherever you are. Whoever you are, for actually choosing to go this far, I am greatly impressed. And you have moved my heart, truly. Even though that you're a theoretical person in my mind, I don't know anything about you. Just the mere fact of the possibility that it could be you, you have moved my heart, truly. By being here in this place over time with me through all the moments, good and bad, fun and boring, like, for being here. I really encourage you. If I'm still out there, come find me. Come find me. And even if you don't find this version of me, because you won't, this version of me is here. But you'll find a version of me. And come up to me one day, wherever you see me, wherever you find me, or, you know, and just say, "Hi, Ilya. Nice to meet you." And I'm gonna know. If you say that to me with no prior engagement, I'm gonna know. And it's gonna be freaking awesome. That's gonna be an amazing moment. That's gonna be great. Yeah. Yeah. I will consider you a friend without ever having met you. If you do that and say that to me, I will consider you a friend. And yeah. Cool beans. Now, obviously, I trust that you'll be a well-adjusted person. One would know that if any personal liberties were infracted upon, that could easily be rescinded. Doesn't mean permanent, friend. Means for that moment, you will be friend, and then possibly a continued friend, depending on how that interaction goes. Basically, don't be rude. Por favor. But I don't think that you would. Anyway, going back to what I was originally saying. Yo. Alright. Rubber, wood. Damn it. They're literally gunked up. With resin. The engines are jammed. Oh. There we go. It was only running on on 2 cylinders. I had to repair. It's funny. That just reminded me. Funny little moment. I was watching Top Gear. Hammond was driving an old Dodge. He was talking so much. He was lifting it up a lot. And then this goofy goober situation happened to him. His brake discs jammed. Your brakes. And then that broke the gearbox. That's a crazy thing. Which exploded the engine. All because the brake caliper snapped. That's pretty intense. Yeah. And random. I'm running away from the topic. The topic of hedonism. Yes. I believe that some discipline is in order. See, the problem is I'm not worried about getting myself to, like, get in line. That's not a worry for me. It's always... What's it called? It's always after some time, you know? Like, the longest I've been able to do it so far is, like, what is it? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. That's like... That's at month 7. September, that's month 8. August, September, 9. And then 9. October, 10. Okay, so I've been able to keep it going, like working out every day, doing something, keeping it motivated, always be getting better every single day. I was able to do that for 8 months. 8 months non-stop. You can see that on like the Han Hammett channel, and like I was doing really good. I got my license that year. I got a car, lost my car, then got another car, all within the year. Moved from Oklahoma to Los Angeles. Worked many jobs. Worked at Nobu. That was great. And moved to Portland, Gresham, and like, and was homeless for a while. That was interesting. And got yet another job as a chef again. I actually got several chef jobs. I was doing restaurant work pretty consistently for a while. Um, reading a lot in the Zohar after about the summer. Yeah, I was doing it. I was doing it. Then, like, that emotional turn of events that I mentioned before, that happened. And then suddenly, um, my consistency kind of came to a halt pretty suddenly too. Um, the FNAF movie, bruh. Life is very funny. Um, let's see. Now, I had moments since then where I picked up. I had about like 2 months in the summer, July, where I was doing really good, being productive. I have no problem working either. Long hours, I'm open to it. Um, but trying to just make my life better. And, ooh, wow, I'm so glad I did that. That is a wonderful hole right there. He knew what he was doing when he did this. Past Jaden. Side note, I've come to appreciate this open layout that I've created. Like, I didn't necessarily know for 100% that that's why I wanted to do it, but, like, I always kept it in mind that, like, I enjoy the ability to kind of fly in and out around things. That's great. But I also like having a floor. But I'm thinking I might just get rid of this floor in the middle and kind of like keep this area open, like in the middle around the chest. Let's do that. Let's see how that looks. Anyway, going back to what I was saying before, I did have a strong lapse in behavior going forward and had several and so on and so forth. And then I keep setting crazy goals for myself, like I'm about to do a marathon in the year, and I've been skipping trainings. Like, what's wrong with me? I'm like, I'm a person that is very good at following through. So I know I'm gonna go to the marathon. That's not the question. The thing is that I've been skipping trainings like a goober, bruh. And I know that every day that I continue to skip is going to make that marathon a hell of a lot harder. And I don't want it to be hard. I don't want it to be like a horrible, painful experience. That bike marathon was great, but half of it, a good large majority of it, especially because I didn't train for the marathon, was pretty agonizing. And I know for a fact, especially by looking at other people, that I could have been having a much more enjoyable time if I had just trained more. I did a 200-mile bike marathon and I only trained 2 days. Now, given I've been a lot better on that, but I'd say like by counting in the skips and the not skips, I'd say that from all of January and all of February, I'd say like spread out half of all of the days have been trained. I think I've like halved it. And if I don't get back on it like now, it's going to start going from 50% to 51 to 52. So, I know after this recording, I got to do it. But I need to figure out how not to see it as such a negative experience. It's not a negative experience. There's nothing about it that's negative. It's a positive, fulfilling experience. And the more that you see it that way, the easier it becomes. That's how it works. It's not about lying to yourself. It's actually about telling the truth. If you practice running, it's going to get easier. Your body's going to get used to it. If you keep on doing it consistently, it gets even easier. And not only that, I've been reading books about marathons. And if you just don't torture yourself and just take it as like a slow and steady training procedure, it's not painful. But if you do stupid shit like torturing yourself like I've done, which is like, oh, it's 20 degrees outside. I have to run with only a t-shirt and some like parachute joggers that are super thin. Basically, I'm like fucking naked out there, and like I'll go out, my hands will literally freeze and become numb, and then I'll just be like, gotta do it, and I make myself do it, and then I, of course, over time, I begin to resent the experience, because I'm making it pointlessly difficult upon myself, and making it more painful, even reading that you're supposed to like bundle up, it's good. I'm just like, no, if I was truly an ultimate specimen, I wouldn't need any of that. No! And then just making it so annoying that I end up skipping trainings. Whereas if I just stop making it such an ego-based experience and simply regard it as what it is, which is the training. That's right, Jaden. I'm giving it to you now. You stop making it an ego-based experience. You can have a much more enjoyable time. Dick. Hey. You gotta be nice. See? Talking to myself right there. It's good. Anyway. I want to build a fence around this. In fact, I kind of want it to just be this outline right here. Like, fence. Yeah, let's do that. Just like, fucking stop taking it so seriously, dude. Stop going. Like, you taking it so seriously is actually what's making it so that you don't want to fucking do it. If you would just stop taking it so incredibly serious, you'd actually be able to get something done. Alright, I'm being nice. I'm not being mean. I have a strong tendency to be mean sometimes, especially to other people. It's not good. I don't like that part about myself. I wish to be a kind boy. And people say that I am. However, I feel that I personally catch myself doing things that I know for a fact are pretty unnecessary. You know, like, it doesn't matter if other people don't, you know. They may be like, other people do worse things. That's not about that. I knew it was wrong and I did it anyway. You know what I mean? But everybody has that experience, apparently. So it's important to forgive yourself and just work on moving forward. So I can get rid of this furnace. Get out of here! Oh no! Hey! Uh-oh. I would like to change this from stone to marble. I think that that would just look so much better. Yeah, I think it will. Let's get rid of it. Yeah, let's go. I've got plenty of marble to dig up right here. Ugh. It's not the end of the world. You're gonna have a nice experience when you go out running after this, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's not gonna be so painful like how you think. And it doesn't have to be. Here's an interesting thing that I've heard. You know, a typical human desire to try to use pain to win the favor of God, and that is inherently counterproductive and nonsensical. And a lot of people do that apparently, and judging by my past behaviors, your boy is one of them. Ugh. Yo, more open layout. Let's go. You know that you be staying up late anyway, watching TV shows, so what the hell is wrong with going a run late? You've done it before. You know that you like going on it late. And you don't have to be cold. Wear some clothes. It's interesting, now that I think about it. Despite my very hedonistic lifestyle, I tend to be very masochistic with my choice of how I live. Kind of this weird little equal and opposite paradigm shift in the goals that I overtake versus the methods that I use to do them, followed by periods of apathy and frustration. Anger. Whoa. Oh, we've already got... It's already begun! Okay. Zam. Okay. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Okay, everything else in the chest. It's already filled. In the chest. Already filled. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. In the chest. Oh dear. Ah. Okay. Let's fetch this cobblestone. I'm running out of space. Real quick. Excuse me. Is there gold in here? I know I had some. Shazam. Cool beans. This has been a good talk. I'm literally sitting in the room mad at myself earlier because I'm watching someone that lives with me working out, and like I'm mad that they're working out because I want to be working out, and I'm mad at myself for not working out, so I'm mad that they're doing it and not me, and that I'm not doing it along with them. Like, this is ridiculous backwards mindset behavior. Well, like, I don't want to do it at the same time that they're doing it because I want to do my workout because I wanted to do it, not just because they're doing it, etc., so on and so forth. Yes. I think I'll eat something first. The book says you're supposed to eat. However, if you eat early in the day, it's good, but it's not good to eat right before you run. So, never mind. I'm gonna run, and then I'm gonna make myself something to eat. And it's gonna be good. These chips will be enough carbs. Now I'm gonna drink a bunch of this water, so that by the time I'm done, I can go on the run. Time. Time is a tool you can put on the wall or wear it on your wrist. The past is far behind us. The future doesn't exist. What's the time? It's 8:45. Time to have a bath. Chest. This has been a good talk. Good talk. Good talk indeed. I'm having a moment here. Oh dear. Oh boy. Okay. I have clogged my inventory yet again. Yeah, you could do that. Oh boy. The vibrations of this song must be improved. Okay, much better. Danny boy. Huh. Look at that. Isn't that something? It's pretty cool. Okay, let's make it daytime. I know how much I like that. Oh, see? Yippee! Yeah, I've been hiding in my room all day. That's what I've been doing today. Normally I'm very proactive, but I went to work. I got let off work early, and when I came back, I indulged some of my hedonistic qualities, and I went to sleep. took a fatty catty nappy. And marble. After I woke up, I was hedonistic some more. So finally, I decided that I was in need of a smoke sesh. Oddly enough, I hadn't been hedonistic in that department. I believe it's been about 3 days since the last time I did. I usually smoke a very small amount. And felt that it was important so I could get some time to think. Because, I don't know. Although I am in complete control of my headspace, I would definitely say that sober brain is not quite the same experience. It could be, the harder I work, but it's not. A little more of those animalistic tendencies tend to come out, I would say. Primal instincts. Yeah, is that a good way to put it? Caveman brain. It's an even better way to put it. Yeah. And like I still, obviously I don't become dumb, but you know, I don't have perfect judgment. And of course I cannot expect myself to be perfect, and that in and of itself is an ego-based headspace. I just suppose I know that there's room for improvement, and I'm simply reflecting. Look at these pipes. Look at these ding-dong pipes. Yep. Alright, let's see. What can I do with this marble? Ooh, there's some pretty designs. This doesn't work. Bro, the cats are going nuts outside. Is that bread? It is. If this is real life, this toast is rock solid. Yo, let's go. Let's go. This is what I want to see. It's right here. Shazam. Can I make a slab out of it? I can. Okay, let's go. Major upgrades here. I want this to be fixed. Shazam, 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 Shazam. I don't like that. No, I don't. Okay. Please tell me that I can just put it back. No, I can't. Okay, it's okay. That's cool. That's fine. It's alright. We'll use that for something else. I want pillars or some kind of something that's gonna work the way that I want it to. How about this? Is that gonna do what I want? No. The answer is no. Why don't I just save myself some durability here? And we'll do the dent. How about this? Yes. The answer is yes. I'm not making this out of quartz. That would be unreasonably expensive. Okay. Oh dear. I don't really need a ladder here, do I? Not necessarily, no. Yikes. Oh. gonna transform this into a really nice area. At some point, I'll make it really nice, because this is old and outdated. I wish it was see-through. What the heck? It's mid. That only makes 6. That makes 16. What the heck, man? Alright, I'm just gonna use this temporarily for now. And then I'll come up with something better later. You know, this could use a major upgrade. But there's some change happening here. This is good. Let's get rid of this. We don't need that one there. Oh, I want it there because of this goober pipe in the way. Ooh. Okay. Well, it's getting to be about that time. What did I manage to do? I talked for a whole lot and I dug a hole. I fixed the goo in the machines. And I believe I've run out of fertilizer. It's okay. These trees will still grow on their own. My weed farm is looking a little barren. But I should have wood now. And at the very least, I know for a fact that the power is being used by this gooberish quarry, which I should definitely check on. I might have been having some frame issues because of what's been going on around here. Maybe I can finish that. Let's see. That's a problem. And it'll become a bigger problem later. Hello. Ow. Don't burn me to death. I'm like trying to get to the water. Alright, newsflash. Don't burn yourself to death. Very important. High on the agenda. Okay. Hauler, not squalor. Jetpack about to expire. Alright, that's gonna be a problem. Goober. anything for the sake of aesthetic. Anyway, what was I doing? Right. Now, conveniently, I have a fun obstacle course for myself now, which I can jump around whenever I want to. And if I make a mistake, I go into the pit. Now there's even consequences. Oh, and now I gotta make a way to get back up in case I fall into the pit and my jetpack doesn't work. Let's see. There we go. Emergency escape hatch. And I made no progress on the ME, but that's fine. I did what I came to do. I already need to get out. Because I wanted to get in. Man, am I glad that I built this. The Magnum torch. Alright, I got some running to do.